Hey guys, Crystal here at Crystal's Crafties, and today I'm going to show you how to make these adorable little donut boxes as Valentine treats for whoever you may want to give these to. You open it up and you put the donut inside, and it's got its little Valentine's message on the outside. I made this one for my son's teacher, and I put a little message on the inside of it. And he loved it so much that he asked me to make them for the rest of his class. So, of course, I did. This one's still a little wet. It hasn't had time to dry yet, but I'll show you today how to make them. I didn't put the notes on the inside for the classmates. I'm just going to put the Valentine's decoration on the outside and a donut on the inside, and we're going to call that a day. All right, so what you need for this project: cardstock in whatever color you choose to make your boxes, glue dots. You can use any kind of glue. Oh, here you go, glue dots. You can use any kind of glue you want. I really do recommend glue dots for a project like this. It's just quick and permanent, and I would get the little ones. I would get the 3/16 of an inch ones, not the 1/2 inch. You can use the 1/2 inch, but they're going to be a little bit bigger than some of these tabs. You need the scoring stylus for this project. A lot of the other projects, I tell you, you don't absolutely have to have it. This one, you don't absolutely have to have it, but you're going to want it. There's a lot of scoring that goes into this, either the stylus or the scoring wheel if you have the maker. And that's it. Let's get started. Okay, so let's get this started in Design Space. So I just have a blank project pulled up here. You want to come over here to Projects, and then you will come into the search bar and type Donut Box. It helps if I spell it right. Okay, and this right here is the project we're using. I am Donuts About You Valentine. So click that, and then you want to click Customize. Okay, it is now pulled into your project. This is a pretty large project, so I like to come down here to my screen and just decrease it to 75% so that I can kind of see everything that I've got going on here. Okay, so the parts that I didn't want to keep on this were this donut cutout right here. I just didn't find that necessary for my project. It's super cute though. If you want it, leave it in. But to delete it, just start clicking its layers and delete them. Okay, so those are all gone. Okay, the next thing that we don't want, it has two of these little print cards down here, and I only want one, but I also want to change it up. I'm going to delete this entire print card. I thought I was. It's going to make me do it piece by piece. That's fine. I'll delete it piece by piece. Let's see. Design Space is not letting me scroll right now. It's super glitchy after the update, but just give it time. That'll go away. The rest of the words that I want to delete are right here. I can see them in my Layers tab, so I'm just going to click them. Okay, Design Space, sure. And then they're gone. Okay, so this donut card here, I want to keep the card. I just don't want the design that's on it. So let's see here. It is flattened. We want to unflatten this. And now I can move its parts separately. I want to delete all of this stuff that's on here. And I have just my card. If you liked those cards the way that they were, you can go ahead and print them just the way they are, but I want to add some different donuts. The donuts they had were cute, but I found these other donuts that were Valentine's donuts, and I thought they were adorable, and they had different colors, which is great for having boys and girls in the class. So if you hop over to Creative Fabrica, love this website, and you type in Valentine's donuts, you're going to find this file here, Valentine's donuts. And what I love about it is that it has pink and blue and vanilla and chocolate. This is a great file, so just download this file. If you have the all access plan, you'll get it for free. If not, I'm not sure how much it costs, but there's a fee associated if you don't have it, if you don't have the all access plan. And I'm going to link to all of this in the video description and in the blog post. Okay, so you'll want to download that. And then you can upload it into Design Space. Just come over here and click Upload. And it's already there, but to find it, just click Upload Images and Browse. And go find wherever you saved it to. I saved it to my Clipart folder. And then, let's see, I think I did donuts. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and pull in the blue one. I only have the pink one in. So here's the blue one. Click Open. And there's my blue donut. Now you have some options here, simple, moderate, complex, or complex. If I go simple, you can see a lot of my colors disappeared. We don't want to do that. Go complex and then click continue. And just go ahead and continue again. It's all there. It's just huge. And we want to save this as a print then cut file. So save. You could have named it if you wanted to. I just left it whatever it was. And I'm going to insert it into my program. So I've selected the design. I'm going to click Insert Images. It's going to be huge. To make it smaller, just come up here to your box, and I'm just going to set it to 3 inches. Now it's a much more manageable size. I'm going to take it, and I'm going to put it over here on my little printout. This printout is hard to see because it's white. I'm going to change its color temporarily just so that we can see what we're doing while we're working. Okay, now we want to get the little saying. The teacher once said, I don't know what I'd do without a teacher like you. For his little friends, we're just going to say, I don't know what I'd do without a friend like you. So over here, click your text, type in, I don't know what I'd do. And the font that I used, you're welcome to pick your own, but the font that I used, I came over here to just get my Cricut fonts. It's called Beach Bum. You could type in Beach Bum right there, or just scroll until you find Beach Bum. Where are you, Beach Bum? It's in alphabetical order. There it is. Okay. Now, we are printing this card here, so let's take this. It's currently set at a cut. We need to come over here to this and click Print. And I want it to be red, so I'm going to click this little color box, and I'm going to turn it red. Okay, the next line is going to say, without a friend like you. But it helps to spell things correctly. Okay. And we again want to change this to a print and turn it red. Okay, so I'm going to put both of these at about font size of 20, and I'll mess with it from there, but let's just start with that because we're going to wrap it around this donut here. Okay, to position everything, I'm going to select my donut, and I'm going to hold Shift and select my shape, and I'm going to align and center them perfectly. Okay, I'm going to take my first phrase, bring it over here, and I'm going to curve it. I want to drag to the right to get this to curve around the top of the donut. And I'm just going to stop right there for now. I'm going to get my second phrase, bring it over, click curve, and I'm going to drag to the left to get it to curve up around the donut. Okay, now this is where you need to play with things to get them to look right. I think I want to curve that a little bit more. Oh, that's too much. Okay, that's looking decent, but the words are a little bit small, so I think I want to bring the font size up to maybe 22. And I want to do the same thing here. Okay, and now let me reposition these, and this ought to look a little bit better. I think I want them to curve some more now. This is all just a matter of preference and playing around with what you want your design to look like. Okay, I think that's going to be good, but I want to center everything. So I'm going to select my top words, hold Shift, select my bottom words, align, and center. Okay, let me group those guys together. While they're all selected still, I'm going to click Group. And now I'm going to hold Shift and select my donut. Hold on. There we go. And I'm going to center and center vertically. Okay, so now my donut shape is all in there perfectly. I'm going to group all of that together and bring it back up here to where I want it on my shape. Okay, that part's looking good. I need to add in, let me center this with my shape back here again. This button is really cool. It will perfectly center everything, but I actually don't want to do that. I want to leave a little more room at the bottom for the name. So I've got both of these selected here again, and I'm just going to center horizontally to begin with. Now I'm going to type in XOXO colon, so get my text, XOXO colon. And it's already in my beach bum font. I just need to change it to a print and change its color. And I'm going to pick this blue color here, maybe that color. I don't know, I'll mess with its color later. Shrink it down. I can't even see that color. Okay, now all of this is where we want it. Let's change the color of this back to white. So I've got it selected, and I'm just going to come put white again because we're going to print this on white paper. Let me move that guy out of my way real quick. Okay, so this is exactly how I want it to be. I'm going to drag a box to select all of it, and I'm going to hit flatten. Now remember when we unflattened to begin with? Flattening is what you do when your design is perfect and you want everything in the middle to print, and then you want your Cricut to cut around the outline. If you do not flatten, if you just attach or group this, your Cricut will cut out every single little letter, every little heart. It will be a nightmare. So when it's all done, group it all together and flatten it. And that's it. We're done. So this is my box top. This is my box bottom. And this is my little printout that I'm going to put on the donut. For this one that I'm doing, the bottom of my box is actually pink and the top is going to be blue. So I need to change these colors just to make it visually correct on my mat. So here I have my box and it's attached to all of these score lines. So I just want to only select the box and change its color to pink. And then I'm going to get my top, only select the box, and change its color to blue. There we go. Okay, so my box top, my box bottom, and my print then cut. We are ready to go. You will click Make It. And the first thing it's going to do is get your print file ready to go. So just go ahead and click Continue. And then you want to send it to the printer. Turn off the bleed. Super, super important that you turn off the bleed. And that you turn on this Use System dialog. Then you go select your printer, and this one, I have this Epson printer here, and then click print. And it will pull up your print box. Yours is going to look different than mine. It just depends on what printer you have. But when you come over here, you want to put in your print properties. Come to preferences, and just make sure that you're on color, that you're using just plain paper. On this one, you don't want any of this photo paper or glossy paper, just plain paper, because we're using just plain printer paper. And then go ahead and send it to your printer. Okay, so now that I have my little donut design printed, I went ahead and did two since I'm going to be making multiples of these. I've got it loaded onto my light grip mat, and I have my vinyl settings over here on paper because this is just plain printer paper, and it is ready to go. So you'll see that little light just came on, this little light that's shining down here. What that's doing is looking for the registration marks, which is this big black outline here. It's going to search all of the registration marks so that it knows precisely where to cut. It's going to do top, bottom, and the sides, and then it will start to cut. Okay, it's done searching, and now it's going to go back and cut the shapes. Okay, let's see how it did. Let me take off my excess paper. Perfect, it got them perfectly. Okay, next I'm going to do the base of the box. Okay, so now I have my pink paper loaded onto my light grip mat. I have changed my settings over here to cardstock because we're using cardstock now. And I'm going to load my scoring stylus into clamp A. Okay, it's ready. Let's hit go. It's going to score the card first, and when it's done, it will go back and cut it. I'm going to speed this up because I don't think we really want to sit here and watch it do all of that. Okay, the base of the box is cut, and we can see, come off of there, all of that cut out perfectly. Now we're going to go back and put on the blue paper to cut the top of the box. Okay, let's check this, make sure this one also cut out perfectly. Yep, we are good to go. Let's assemble these. Okay, so now I have everything all cut out. I don't need two of these, I just need one. Slide that under there. Okay, I've got my box top, my bottom, and my little decoration. I have my mini glue dots, and they're permanent. And I have this just craft bond glue because I'd prefer to put this on with something a little more than just dots. Okay, let's assemble the top first. So you just want to come in and fold everything on the score lines that you put in. Okay, every part of it is folded now. It's time for our glue dots. Okay. Just peel off a dot, stick it on a tab. You can see that I've stuck it to that tab, and then put that tab on the other side. Squeeze together. That one's done. You're ready to move on. Peel off a glue dot, stick it on the tab, attach the tab, move on. I'm going to finish this one up and then I'll come back and do the bottom. Okay, so The base of my box is completed now. It is got all of its glue dots on it, and we're going to set it aside. The top is a little more tricky. The same as we did the last, I want you to come in and fold on all of your score lines. But don't fold these tab parts just yet. Just get your main score lines. Okay, so they're all folded. Now what we're going to end up with here is some tabs on the outside, some tabs on the inside. Okay, so if you fold this down and fold it in again, you can see these tabs are going to be on the inside. They are inside this other section. If I fold this down and fold it down again, I now have outside tabs. These are on the outside, these are on the inside. It will go that way for every single one. You'll have inside, and then you'll have outside. You'll have inside, and then you'll have outside. So basically what you're looking at here, if we open this back up, if your tabs are at the top, they're going to be inside tabs. If they're at the bottom, they're going to be outside tabs, and it will be every other one. So I'm going to take two sides. I'm going to get them folded, ready for glue dots. I'm going to come grab a glue dot. I'm going to put my first glue dot on my inside tab. Oh no! Get over here, glue dot. Okay, and I'm going to secure it to its side. I'm going to put my second glue dot on the other inside tab. You can see I'm just putting it right there on the tab. And it kind of got crumpled. Let me redo it a little bit. Securing it on its side. And now we have our two outside tabs that we can glue in. So, get another glue dot, put it on my outside tab. You'll see how it just goes right on there like that. And fold it to the outside. I'm going to come get this one now. Glue dot, outside tab. Get on there. It's sticking to my fingernail. And push that down. Okay, so we have this one all ready to go. Out of my way. Okay, so again, I have inside tabs and outside tabs. I'm going to keep working around, doing the whole lid, making sure that if my tabs are at the top, they're inside. If my tabs are at the bottom, they're outside. Okay, so my lid is done. It will fit onto the base. Just slide it on. It's supposed to be easier than this. There you go. Okay, so now you have your donut box completed. The last thing we want to do, or you could have done this actually before you assembled your top, it probably would have been easier, is put our decoration on. So it's going to sit on the top like this. And get my other glue open here. And And I'm just going to glue along its edges. Maybe a little in the middle. Okay. Let's see, come here, you. It doesn't really matter what's up or down. You just get it on there in a spot that looks good. And if you would prefer to use a glue stick for this so that it doesn't have any lumps in it, you can, but let me grab my other one real quick and show you that even when you use this kind of glue and it fully dries, those lumps go away and it looks pretty flat and solid and it's good to go. All right, so get yourself some donuts, put them in the little donut box, assemble it all. Why is this lid not going on? And make someone's Valentine's. Thanks, we'll see you next time.